So this book is called The Day You Begin, and it's by Jacqueline Woodson, who's actually one of my favorite authors. She also writes Each Kindness and the Other Side, which I read in class and are both very good books. So The Day You Begin is about learning to accept your differences and really celebrate them. So The Day You Begin. There will be times when you walk into a room and no one there is quite like you. Sure, we've all felt that before. Maybe it'll be your skin, your clothes, or the curl of your hair. She's kind of looking at her curls like, oh, mine are different. There will be times when no one understands the way the words curl from your mouth, the beautiful language of the country you left behind. My name is Roberto. We just moved here from Venezuela. And because they don't understand, the classroom will fill with laughter until the teacher quiets everyone. So he was so proud of his heritage, and then he was like, everybody's laughing. Roberto from Venezuela, your teacher says so soft and beautifully that your name and homeland sound like flowers blooming the first bright notes of a song. There will be times when the words don't come. Your own voice, once huge, now smaller when the teacher asks, what did you do last summer? Tell the class your story. We went to France, Shayla says. These shells came from a beach in Maine. A boy named Jonathan holds out a jar, filled with tiny shells so fragile they look like they'll turn to dust in your own hands that are untraveled. The whole family went to India, Spain, South Carolina. Each souvenir a small triumph of a journey. Their travels going on and on. Why do you think that she maybe is looking nervous or scared? As you stand in the front of that room, you can only remember how the heat waved as it lifted up the curb, and your days spent at home caring for your little sister, who made you laugh out loud and hugged you at nap time. You can only remember the books you kept on reading long after she had fallen to sleep. And in that room, where no one else is quite like you, you'll look down at your own empty hands and wonder what good this is when other students were flying and sailing and going somewhere. So now she's kind of feeling like her summer wasn't as important. There will be times when the lunch your mother packed for you is too strange or too unfamiliar for others to love as you do. So this girl is a little self-conscious about the food that her mom packed because it's different than what other kids have. When even your own friend, Nadia, will wrinkle her nose and say, what's in there anyway? And you'll wonder how she doesn't see the rice beneath the meat in kimchi. You'll wonder why she doesn't remember that rice is the most popular food in the world. There will be times when the climbing bars are too high, the run is too fast and far, the game isn't one you have ever really played. I don't want him on our team. You can watch. Maybe you can have a turn later. Being left out of games. I'm sure that hurt. There will be times when the world feels like a place that you're standing all the way outside of. Here's everyone playing, and then this little boy. As he said, he's standing all the way outside. And all that stands beside you is your own brave self, steady as steel and ready, even though you don't know what yet for. And this is a great picture because look at the water. You can see his book and all of the flowers coming out of it. There will be times when you walk into a room and no one there is quite like you until the day you begin to share your stories. My name is Angelina, and I spent my whole summer with my little sister, you tell the class, your voice stronger than it was a minute ago, reading books and telling stories. And even though we were right on our block, it was like we got to go everywhere. So now she's proud. She's talking about these stories, and look at all the images that come out. It's like she's gone a ton of places just by reading. Your name is like my sister's, Roberto says. Her name is Angelina, too. And all at once in the room, where no one else is quite like you, the world opens itself up a little wider, and it makes some space for you. So when she was proud and she recognized herself, then all of a sudden she realized that she did belong and that maybe she's different, but she still fits in. That is the day you begin to find the places inside your laughter and your lunches, your books, your travel, and your stories, where every new friend has something a little like you, and something else so fabulously not quite like you at all. So we all have our similarities and we have our differences. And then here's all of them playing in the leaves. I really love that story because it helps you learn to accept your differences and realize that even if you think you're very different, you still have similarities with those around you. So that was The Day You Begin.